Hello everyone, this is Darko 2012. I'm reading an article titled New York Police Department Closes Down Times Square in Response to Suspicious Van. And it was on December 30th, 2009. A New York Police Department spokesman said it was too early in the investigation to comment on the nature of a suspicious van in Times Square on Wednesday, but police had evacuated some nearby buildings as a precaution. I just want to read this before I go to the video. The Nasdaq Stock Exchanges MarketSite was among the sites evacuated, though Fox Business Network has now reported that evacuations are over and the area is being reopened. Nasdaq's MarketSite is the exchange face in Times Square, where it hosts the corporate meetings, product lunches, press conferences, and special events. The bomb squad is barring pedestrians and approaching the vehicle with a robot, Sergeant Carlos Nieves has told Dow Jones Newswires. Their camera will help technicians assess what is in the van. Fox showed that the rear doors of the van were opened by police and officers had moved in to inspect it. The news channel has reported that the FBI has been brought onto the scene. Although some reports said that the van has been there for possibly as long as 2 days, Nieves said or he couldn't comment on how long the van had been parked there. He did confirm that there was a placard on the van that wasn't known to police in either New York or New Jersey. Nieves said ahead of the New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square, the New York Police Department was already on the lookout for vehicle bombs and is sweeping garages and other locations. But Nieves added at this time there is no threat. And let's check out the video. And there's no audio to this video here, it's just kind of some footage of NYPD going up to this white van here. As far as terrorism goes, I just want to say I feel sorry for my fellow Americans who are going to be celebrating this New Year's Eve in New York City. You can enjoy the police state. It's there for you. It's ready for you to beat you over the head, to tase you, to pepper spray you, to tear gas you, and just to let you know, what you really are, which is a stupid slave. So go out and enjoy your festivities. I will too. I'll be down in downtown Chicago in the Hancock building, so I get to see the police state too. I hate the city. I can't stand Chicago anymore. I used to love it. I used to be in the military. I used to love going back home. And now I can't stand that city. I can't stand it, if you can tell in the tone of my voice. It is a police state, and it's only going to get worse. So, and as far as these stupid little fake terrorist attacks that the media is using to get everybody all scared and thinking about fake, phony government-sponsored terrorism, whatever. That's all I gotta say about it. It's stupid. They're putting out all kinds of crappy fake stories, or just stories that aren't really anything of any substance, just to keep terrorism and I guess occupying people's mind with terrorism. But I think they're kind of burnt out. It's kind of it's a scientific fact that as far as the public goes, that there's been research done on this where you can only keep people in a state of fear for so long until eventually it just becomes they get fatigued from it. They get burnt out to where you can't control people with fear for a prolonged period of time, right? You gotta either create distractions and when times are good, you just let them eat cake, whatever, and slowly take away their freedoms. But when they have terrorist attacks, that's when they can just ransack your liberties, right? So just keep that in mind, I guess. But yeah, they're trying to come up with all kinds of stories now, building up to this new year about terrorism. And Gerald Celente was on the Alex Jones show yesterday, and he's a trends forecaster, and the guy knows his stuff. And if you don't know who Gerald Celente is, I think his website is trendsforecast.com, but either way, just look him up if you have a chance. And he predicts that 2010 is going to be the year of terror. I think those are his exact words. The year of terror. in 2010. When we say terror, yes, it may actually be people getting hurt, but at the same time, as far as it being like I have to keep stressing this, as far as it being grassroots um, terrorism that isn't funded by British, Israeli, U.S. intelligence agencies, I don't really think that that's going to be the case. I think every terrorist attack that we're going to see is going to be brought to you by your own tax dollars, being paid by you to um, to be used as a control mechanism to rain down this police state on you and your loved ones during this slow economic restructuring, not a recovery, but a restructuring. So when the economy gets even worse this year, which it will, and the commercial real estate goes to shit, and foreclosures keep going, foreclosures, I don't want to say keep going up because they do level off and whatnot, but you got the hyperinflation. You're gonna have bank holidays, possible bank runs where the banks you can't draw out your money. So there's going to be some crazy stuff going on in 2010, and so they got to get people. They've kind of died down with the whole fake, phony terrorism, right? I mean, they've been more focused on what? What was the other distraction that Americans have been? Well, not just Americans, but the world. What have we been distracted by, right? The the H1N1, the flu pandemics, right? And what was that distracting us from, right? Or what was it distracting us from? It was from the economy, right? As all the money was being siphoned from tax dollars into bailouts and stimuluses and whatever, they distracted us with the stupid flu, the killer flu, and take the shot, right? So it's always smoke and mirrors with these people, and that's how it's going to be in 2010. They're going to have fake, phony government-sponsored terrorism that after a while if you pay attention and you start connecting the dots, you start seeing the patterns of these guys being patsies. You'll start to get pissed off because every time you start to almost want it to be a real terrorist attack, as in these are people that are legitimate terrorists that have that aren't being funded by us, right? It would almost be nice if that was the case, but it's not. It's our own governments carrying out terrorist attacks against their own people to take more liberties away. And without being redundant, uh, you know, it's going to keep happening because as this restructuring goes on and people are losing their jobs, there has to be a legitimate reason to have more police, more surveillance, more full body scans in the airports. Thumbprint scanning, warrantless checkpoints. They have to have reasons for this, and they're not going to say it's the economy, but the government itself knows that when the economy gets bad, people will start to riot when unemployment runs out, which it will after February, because they extended the benefits to February. But the spring time is going to be go time, and I can almost assure you that there's going to be another stupid pandemic, a man-made lab designed flu pandemic this spring, along with collapses in certain markets, the commercial real estate market. The economy is going to get worse. They're going to be talking about more stimuluses, and then you'll have phony, fake terrorist attacks, right? So that's what we get to look forward to here, living in the North American Union under the New World Order. So God bless you all, and good luck in 2010.